This conference will now be recorded.
Guys, today we are going to discuss about the Git. We are going to start. Okay. In this today topics, what are the topics we are going to cover? What is is very important. What is version control system? What is version control system? How many types of version control systems? Okay. What is Git? What is SVN? Okay. What is Git? What is Git? Difference between SVN is an important interview question as well. SVN and Git. Okay. And install Git in Windows system, and then configuring Git in your system. Then what is GitHub? What is GitHub? What is GitHub? What is GitHub? And how to configure how to sign up. And then next, create a repository in GitHub. Create a repository in GitHub. Then create a Git project in local system, and push Git project to GitHub. This is a first initialization of the first project we are going to discuss now. Okay, these are the topics we are going to cover today. Let's see how much we'll be going to cover. Okay, first, what we are going to discuss? What is version control system? What is version control system? Okay, now why you are using this version control system tools? Let me know, guys. Anyone know? For example, let me tell you. For example, what happened every day, every project they are going to releases based on the versions, right? Why we are seeing that every day to day, right? If you are getting the any new version app, what they will say, updates will come, and if you want, you can update your WhatsApp, Facebook, or whatever it may. What is that meaning? They are updating the new versions of code implementation, the new feature they implemented. They're releasing the new version, right? That versions is calling as the version control system. They will use the maintain the code based on the versions, right? Now, next, here in this version control system having the two types of version control systems. Two types of version control systems. Two types of version control system. What is those two? Anyone knows? Two types of version control system. One is the
central distributed system.
Yes. Yeah. Good.
Distributed. Yes. One more is version-wise distributed system.
Yeah. That's the version control system only. Okay, that is two types. One is the centralized version control system. Centralized version control system. Then distributed version control system. Distributed version control system. Distributed version control system, right? What's like a centralized version control system? It means that development, once all the people are developed the code and they put it into one place, that place is called as a centralized version. That is the central place. They will put the all developers code into one place. That is a place we are calling a central repository. That is a centralized. They will maintain the one repository as a centralized repository. Now, for example, if you use the centralized version control system tools, what happen? If this centralized server will be going down, what happen? The entire system will be, the entire developers can't work because of the main code will be gone, right? They don't have the complete code into their local machine. Whatever they are developed there, that code only they have, and they don't have the all the people are code, and it can't be go for the deployment until unless once the centralized server will be come up, then only they will start the working on. And also, if they want to do any event like as add, commit, push, pull, whatever it may be, and everything they're dependent to the centralized version control system only, right? That kind of tools, what is that? It comes under the SVN. SVN is the centralized version control system. This is the single point of failure. Single point of failure. It is a single point of failure. SVN is the single point of failure. Single point of failure. Now, if it is one centralized version will be gone, now people can't be work on our progress won't be go for further. Now, if UC comes under the distributed system, it is that every repository, the complete repository available in the local, the complete repository available in the developer machine. If your centralized server will be go down also, we have a backup of our in our every developer's mission. Every developer mission they having the complete set of code. If you gone in the centralized version also, what they will do, they simply push the code again whatever they have in the local system, right? That's why we are maintaining the here we are calling as the distributed version control system. Every developer having the entire project into their own system, their own local system, their own laptops. That I will show that how it will, we are calling a distributed version system. If you do hands-on, you will get more clear. Okay, now we have a entire repository in the local systems, in our local system. That is we are calling as a distributed version control system, right? Distributed version control system. It will comes under the Git. Now this is we are calling as distributed. Now we can remove here. There is no single point of failure comes under here. If you do any operation and all, what will happen? It will be pushing like as when you are using the push, pull, fetch or clone. That time it will depend on the remote server. I mean centralized server. And if you do add, commit or what are the commands are there, that will be executed in the local system only. Local system it will execute. And finally, what are the commands you want to push that will go for the centralized server only. Okay, we'll do the diagram on this. This is the two ways of the like as centralized control, centralized version control system and distributed version control system, right? Guys, clear? It is a single point of failure. It is not a single point of failure. And this is the only snapshot of the code having the developer end, and it is the entire repository they're having the developer end. And if you want to do any operation, it is dependent on the remote server. This is one. And if you want to do any operation like as fetch and pull or like as any pushing and pulling time only, we need it will depend on the centralized server. And remaining whatever add, commit and status, log, what are the commands, it will execute in the local only. Okay, that is the Git. Let me draw the diagram, we'll get more clear. Guys, clear, right? What is a centralized system? Now we'll get more clear on this. Now let me draw the diagram. This is my centralized server. Now this is the again one more system. What happened? There is a number of people are working onto the centralized. This is the 3 guys. Okay, 3 guys are working into the pushing into the code. Okay, this is for the local Git local missions. It was okay. This is the local missions. Okay, this is the local laptops. Okay, this is a local laptop in your developers missions. These are all, and this is the centralized versions. Now what happened? First one is the First one is this is the SVN and this is the Git. Okay. Now this is all people are finally pushing to the code into repository. Okay. These guys also pushing into the repository. Let me make it a diagram clean first, then we'll write what are the things are difference will comes under, we'll discuss now more, right? Says more. Now what is it is, this is a repository, this is a centralized repository. Okay, this is repository. Here also this is repository. Okay, now this is SVN, this is SVN in subversion control manager. Subversion it is Tata is SVN, and now this is Git. Okay, this is Git repository. Now what happened, for this is the developer written the code. Okay, they have the only here only snapshot of code only available, snapshot of the code only available in the developer mission. Here what happened is entire repository in this mission, what happened, the entire repository is available in this each and every developer mission. Every developer mission having the entire Git repository. What happened if it is the every developer's code is available in the central repository? For example, this central repository will be down, this central repository having some connection issue or something will happen, then these people can't do work on the central repository now. Okay, because of it's they want to do any operation like as add the code, commit the code, okay, push the code and pull the code, check the status, log. These are the commands. This is the commands they are using for the operating for the commands. Okay, pushing the code, getting the code, and status of checking the code and all. Okay, and what are the commands they want to do? They will directly interact with the, for whom, this remote server only. If the number of people are acting these commands and pushing the code and committing the code and whatever the operation are, there's 10 people are the 10 people are directly hitting the remote repository, what happened, it will sometimes it will come the hanging because of number of requests will coming and will get the hang your server. Now that's why it may be sometimes it will going to be down, then it is a single point of failure. Now here in this scenario what happened, here they want to anything, add, commit, okay, log status, okay, log status, and there is a diff. Okay, there is a lot of commands. Okay, all commands will work in the local only when we are going to use push, pull, fetch, and clone. When using this command only, it will depends on the, these 4 commands only depends on the centralized repository. Now this time only we need to hit the remote repository. We need to hit the remote repository. Remaining all the local commands only it will work on the in developers mission only. It's not depends on the remote repository. Okay, this is for example here. If you want to do any operation, what you mandatory? It's a internet connection is a mandatory. Internet connection is the mandatory to do any operation in the remote repository. Now here when you are pushing, pulling, fetching only time only, we need a internet connection. And remaining stuff until unless your work is complete, then no need to depends on the remote repository. You can practice 3 days, 4 days also without internet, without connecting your remote server, because of you have the code into the your local system only. You have the code into your local system only. That's why we don't want to work on the centralized repository. Okay, clear? This is the main difference between the SVN and the Git. Clear guys? I hope you guys are clear, very clear after seeing this diagram. Any doubts guys?
Hello, Madhu.
Yeah, who's this?
Robin.
Yeah, Robin, tell me.
So what will be the basic difference between both of them?
Git and?
No, between this SVN and Git that you have created.
No. Have you attended this first of this class onwards? Like as when I'm starting onwards, you are be there in the class.
Yes, yes, yes.
Then what are the thing we discussed? Let me know. There's 2 points.
This SVN and the Git.
Tell me.
So I just want to know the basic difference.
And that's what we are discussed. The not only basic difference, we discussed the 5-6 differences.
Hmm.
5-6 differences we discussed. Yes, anything, any two you should tell me.
But I'm completely confused in it.
Okay,
I'm
fine.
not getting exactly.
I will discuss. Listen carefully. First thing,
Okay.
if you are in that class, right? First concentration on the class. Okay. I thought you did not heard about this. You are something seeing for this. Maybe see when you are class, right? Just I'm giving the best suggestion. Don't see WhatsApp or Facebook anything, because of most of the people are doing that big wrong thing. Okay, full concentration to 1 hour, just 1 hour. That after that, that's your time. Okay, just I'm asking you because of you are mid of that class and you are going for somewhere and something again come back, so you miss something. Again you are asking the questions like as people are maybe some people may be irritating, like as why you are asking these small questions kind of thing. Okay, that time waste, they will feel as time wasted. That's not an issue for me. Okay, the people will be, some people will be feel like that. Okay, because of repeating number of times I'm repeating, right? Even though while teaching only I am repeating the number of times, I feel like that. Okay, again if I repeating, they will be getting bored. Okay, just listen the 1 hour, not only this class, entire course. Okay, entire course, just follow this. Okay, and I won't repeat this same again. Okay, now the main thing is the SVN is the what? SVN is what? The it is a centralized version control system. It is a distributed version control system, and this centralized version control is the single point of failure. Why? The entire code is repository into the one place, and they don't have the entire code available in their local machine. They have the only what are the developers develop the code, and that snapshot of the code only they have the in their workspace. Okay, if you miss something code here and connection issue or something, it will be server will be gone sometime down. What happen? They can't do any operation in their local machine, because of they are doing for any type of any command. Okay, this command we are going to use. Okay, any operation they want to do, it depends on the centralized server. If centralized server is going to down, they can't do anything. In here they will do that push, pull, fetch, clone, and that means they want to do this kind of operation. They can depends on the remote server. Okay, now if it is they are doing for anything in the local, like as adding the code, committing the code, changes the code, checking the differences, checking the log, what are the things they want to do, they will check in the local only. After complete of their work and tested their code, when they are trying to push the code, that time only they are depending on the remote server. Then only when the pushing time only they are depends on the remote server, then they will hit in the remote server. Now that time only we need a internet connection. Here it's every operation, what are the command you want to execute, it will execute in the remote server only. Then it is a mandatory for the internet connection to connect with the server and your developer mission. In developer mission, that is what we discussed are the main differences between the here in the Git. They have the entire repository available in your local mission. Okay, if anything someone will be changing the repository, what it is saying, again you are trying to push some code here, it is saying that array baba, you can take the first latest code to in your local, then only you can try to push whatever. For example, you did like as today morning, what you did, you have downloaded the code from the GitHub. Okay, in the like as 10 o'clock you downloaded, and 11 o'clock this guy what happened, this guy push some code, and 12 o'clock your work is done, then you are trying to push that. And but this guy is didn't done with the 11 o'clock work, and what happened, this is saying that what you it is saying, baba, someone will be push this code into your repository, like as you are also working same repository, that has working same repository, that code is not available local. If you are doing that, anything changes you in the remote repository, just what will do, take the latest code and push the code into the repository. Okay, then only you can, it will allow you. Okay, it will strongly recommend to you get the entire code into your local system. Clear now, Robin?
Yes, it is now clear.
Yeah, any questions guys? Any questions? And this is what is that, let me draw the one more diagram. Okay, this is now I have a here. What is that? This Git and GitHub is the client server architecture. Git and GitHub is the client server architecture. Why I am saying that client server architecture means this is Git is installed into the local machine. Git is installed into the local machine. You must be installing the Git in your local machine, and this is the what is centralized server. This is the GitHub or Bitbucket. Okay, GitHub or Bitbucket. Bitbucket also same kind of storing the our source code. Okay, storing the our source code. Okay, now it's for example this is one developer. If you have that multiple developers also, they need to install into Git into their missions. Okay, how many developers are there? They must be install the Git in their developer mission, and they will working on the centralized repository. Okay, this is the client server architecture it will follow. Now what happen once your code is done, you need to push that. If someone will push the code, what you need to do? We need to download the code. This will be going for the entire life cycle of the our GitHub, pushing and pulling, that's it. Now this is the client server architecture. This is the GitHub is the one is a actually GitHub is the publicly available cloud. Okay, you can use for the if you writing you are pushing something code, what happen, anyone can see the your code. They don't have any restriction and all. If you want, you can make it private. You need to be chargeable for this. They don't have provide for the private service. Okay, GitHub is the publicly we can available the code. Now how to log in the GitHub and all, let me show you. Just GitHub sign up. Okay, just GitHub sign up. Just go to here, join GitHub. What you guys will do, I already log in, right? That's why it's showing that. Just what I will do, I will sign up here, sign out here. See, I got sponsor matching fund, guys. Today only I got this news. Thanks. Okay, fine. And see, my code has a lot of people are forking. That's why they are giving for sponsoring matching fund. Okay, fine. Now what you guys will do, just sign out this GitHub. I sign out my account. It's taking time, I don't know why. Okay, nothing. Okay, just it will go sign in here. If you are create new account, you can go to create new account. Okay, it will give that this is your username and email address and password, and verify your account. It will give that once you are entering that one diagram, it will come here. You need to verify that some puzzles will come. You need to be verified here. Okay, once you are creating account, it will create your account and it will send a one email notification. Then what will do, we need to what are the email ID you are providing, that email they will send one mail. You need to click, they will send one link for you. You need to be click on that link. Okay, then only we are able to get it down. Now let's do the everything in someone mission, everything GitHub and Git setup and creating the project and all. Okay, now first once the setup is done, what we'll do, I will take the access control again. I will explain that what exactly we are doing. Then again we'll do the hands-on on the some other missions. Okay, okay, clear. Who will can I take? Gopi, ready? Some other day I will do you, Soumya. Okay, definitely we'll do that tomorrow for you. Say make a presenter. Yeah, just follow this. Just follow this. Okay, just share your screen, Gopi. Guys, I hope you guys are clear. Someone is asking me to create the OpenShift videos. Okay, fine. Now you downloaded, right? Just where you are downloaded, just go to that place and where you are downloaded and copy your content softwares GitHub. Now just this is a once you downloaded, you get this GitHub and just double click on that. Just double click on that, guys. Just see what we are doing. Okay, once you downloaded exe file, it will come, and double click on that. It will ask the run. Just run that, then click the next button. That's it. Click next. Okay, git from the command line, yes. OpenSSL library, yes. Next, check out Windows style commit, yes, correct. Windows only we are downloaded, right? Yes, fine. Next, Minitiva, yes, correct. And Minitiva means that console it's opening and enable system caching, it's okay. Next, okay, just click that, install, just install. Okay, fine, install. That's a new option. They are saying it's a new option for this. I don't know it is the new version. What is the version? Lex, what you guys will do, just like see what are the versions you are using, right? What are the versions you are using? Just yeah, latest only. Just actually see latest, or else like at least just remember the 2 point like as 18 or 2.20 like as 1 or 2 versions back, because of when you're going for development, right? Everyone can't go for updated like as that's fine. The local library, right? It will ask that update, we updated that. Just what are the latest version means, you can say that, no problem. Okay, clear, right? Just remember what are the softwares we are using, that version you should be remember, because of the most of the times interviewer will ask that for testing purpose you are really worked or not. Because of if you're working really, definitely you are checking for that version config and version compatibility, any software, every software we are checking that in the real time ways. Okay, and we are meetings for that also, we are discussing about that also in the meetings, for what are the versions we are using, why we need to update that version or not, what are the advantages they are going to provide, that the advantage if I use the new version, what are the features I will get it, everything we'll discuss that. Okay,
Hello, Madhu.
yeah,
Hello. Yeah, Jagdish here. Suppose if we are using Git earlier version, now we are upgraded to
no no
2.22
no
like
no
that.
no 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 problem, no problem, it will work. Okay, no problem. Okay,
The files
if
will
you are
work in as
just
commit
down,
state.
no, what happened, just download and update that, that will override that, that's it. Okay,
Okay, okay. Yeah.
just no
Okay.
problem. Sorry,
Files wise, no problem. Whatever Git add
no
commit.
problem, you can download and you can reinstall it. Just close this also, launch also you can don't want. Okay, fine, just close this. Now I will less this time you open, right? Next time if your system restart, now will you open that. Okay, like Windows D now, press the Windows D now, minimize the all the folders. I will tell you, like for example you want to open the git bash here, go to right click and git bash here, right click your system wherever you want. For example D folder, some software, some git practice, you create some folder like you are practicing the git over there. Okay, you create any folder here, create new folder here, create new folder here, just good practice purpose I'm saying this. Create new folder, git practice, git projects or git practice or something for understanding. Like, don't put the spaces. If I'm remembering you in the real time also, it will be the lot of issues in the while creating folder. Don't give the at any cost space, because of I face the lot of issue. Okay, don't put the space and put the special characters git underscore practice. Okay, like that, because of it will give the lot of issues. Okay, when you put the space, okay, when you are giving this path or somewhere, it will give the lot of issues. Okay, now open that folder. Now open the folder. Now just it's a one folder is creating all git projects. He is going to create the under here, right? Now right click git bash here. In this is the main folder. It has the, in this folder there has a number of like as things. It's a one movie folder, and remaining the different movies folder we can create this. In each folder is the one git project. Okay, each folder is the one project. Okay, new like as don't give git bash here. Now git bash here, and meanwhile what you guys will do, just go to your browser, create the GitHub account also. Go to GitHub, go to browser. Okay, leave it about this here now. Okay, leave it about here. Now go to browser. Now go to GitHub, sign up. Like just type whatever I show, right? Let's sign up, man. GitHub sign on. Just search with the GitHub sign in. GitHub sign in. Sign up, sign in or anything. Yeah. Enter it now. Go to first link. Yeah. Login GitHub. Click now. Once you click it, it will open the new page. Okay. Now go to create an account. Create an account now. You have already GitHub account. If it is not there, we can create now. Create an account now. Click the create. Yeah, create no an account. Yeah. Now enter your. Okay, that's fine. Give your username now. See, the GitHub does not support this browser because of your browser is the old version. You must be one thing. Remember, Gopi. Actually, your browser is not latest one. Okay, your browser is not latest one. You need to be updating your latest browser. See, at the Google Chrome is came, right? Updating the Google Chrome. You need to be click this Google Chrome now. It will update. Is here. Yeah, it will suggesting you. Because of this, actually they given this one diagram, that is JavaScript and all, right? They will need to be latest to browser only, it will be updated. or else it won't work. Download Chrome, yeah, click it now, accept and install. Okay, just double click on that. Once it's set up, yeah, just double click on that, run it, and once you are installing, right, just close and open it here. Okay, and meanwhile what I will do, you can create this Gopi, create your account. I will explain something. Okay, I will explain something and I will come back. Guys, I'm taking as a presenter now. Create account. Okay, right now what I will do, now what we are going to do, we are going to create, this is up to now, yeah, done. Okay, up to this is sign up is done. Now what we'll do, creating repository GitHub. Once he is sign up, we'll create this. Now what we'll do, I'm going to create a project in the local. Now how we are going to create, now first we need to be create a one directory here. First what I will do, I'm going to creating a one directory, mkdir, using creating the directory. This is the first project thing. First is the my project name, GitHub project name is the first, right? Now what I will do, I'm going to inside first project, cd first means I will go the inside that project folder. Now what I will do, I'm going to create a one file here. This is vi sample.txt. I will open the one file here. I write something content like something blah 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 something here, blah blah something here, and then I will save the file and I will enter it here. Now I have the sample.txt file. Now let me guys, this is the GitHub project or what? There's rs folder and one file it has there. Yes or no? Right? What is this? It is a Git project. It is a Git project, huh? No, right? It is a simple one folder, and inside one folder, what we'll have? We'll have a one sample.txt file, one folder, one file. Now, when we are making this your GitHub project, when you use the git init command, this is a first fresh project. You don't have any project in the GitHub. You don't have any project in the GitHub. Now your fresh project you are creating, that is Git project. When you do the git init only, it will be creating your Git project. It converted into your folder and file. It is to our Git project. First is the now Git project. Now once you are entering the git init, it will convert into Git project. Now after doing this, what will happen? It will create a one folder. Create a folder called .git folder. It will create a folder called as .git folder. It will get a folder called as .git folder. It will taking up all the local operations using this Git folder only. Okay. Now next what we'll do, we need to be after anything, after adding anything file, what it will do, we need to be add these files. We need to git init, then git add the inside that folder only, man. Inside the folder only, inside first folder. I am the inside first folder only. Okay, inside the first folder only we are going to do everything. Okay, I create the file and I do the git init inside the first folder only. Now again I am doing all the files I am adding into the staging area. I will tell you that just after init, what you will do, we need to add what are the files I created into our git add. Git add means I am adding my file to Git project. Okay, then next what we will do, after that we need to be commit here. Git commit means I'm submitting my files to my, now after git commit only we are able to push this code to my GitHub project. -name means message. This message means, why we are writing this message means, if someone will see your code and what are the changes you have made, and after seeing this message only they can able to understand, okay, this guy is doing for this purpose, and this after seeing your comment, they will get to know this what are the things you have done your coding, what are the things you have done your coding. That's the way we need to write our message. Okay, if you see there your message, they could be able to understand that what exactly you are doing this project. And -a means applicable the all the files. This commit message will be the all the files we need to be apply this. Okay, if you want, you can give the one file also, one file also. We'll discuss that later on. Next project we'll discuss. Okay, now next, if you do the here, it will saying that first time if you are using the first time, it will saying that your git installed, right? You are the fresh for the git, right? You are the first user for the git. It will asking that who are you, then what will do, it will give the two commands. It will suggest the two commands. What will do, git config commands, okay. And then it will ask that -hyphen global user dot name, global user dot name. Here it will ask that your username, for example yb madhu. Okay, then next git config, I will show that this command -hyphen, it will ask that, it will show that this command also, user dot email, this is, it will give that you need to give the your mail id. Okay, and gmail.com. Okay, some gmail. Okay, then this is the way we need to add our configuration. Next, what I will do, you need to be, next everything is ready, my files are created and I added to my github. Then after that I committed means now I am ready to push my code into, committed means I submitted my code into my local repository. Now what we will do, we need to finally push the code. Git push origin master. What is origin? Origin is the remote location, but what is the master? This is a default branch. Default branch is the master. I will show that what is the default branch and what is the branch and all we are going to discuss. Now when you do this, it will throw the one error it will throw. Because of why, tell me, this origin, right? This origin means destination where my code need to be pushed to my github. We need to set up the your origin first. Okay, your origin first, git remote add origin, this url you are create. Now what you, this url you want to create, what you will do, you need to be create a repository in github. That repository name, what you need to give, you need to be create the same, what are the project name in your local, the same project name we need to be give the inside the github also. This is what we want to do, all the step. That's clear. Now if you try to push again, it will push the your code successfully. Now for while trying you are pushing the code, it will ask the your username password. We need to enter the username password of github, username password of your github. Let's do hands-on, will get more clear. Okay, now remember git edit, git add, git commit. In the next time what we'll do, if I have something, if I change anything file in this here, what I will do next, I don't want to git init because of it's already git project. I don't want to do this, and I don't want to add this also because of I already added the previous commands, right? Previous example I added. Now just if you want, you can add the any new file or edit the file. Then just git add, git commit and git push. These three commands we are doing the every time, next. Okay, git add, git commit and git push. Okay, git add, git commit and git push. These three commands we are doing the even real time also we are doing these three commands only. Okay, now I'm going to give the console to the Gopi. He will do the all this into hands on. Okay, Gopi, your GitHub account is ready. Now we'll do the one by one. We'll do the steps. We'll see the more clear. Okay. Okay, share your screen, Gopi. Okay, fine. He has gone power. Okay, what I will do, I'm going to do myself. Okay, I'm going to do myself. Okay, that's fine, Gopi, no problem. Okay, and make me presenter. I here you, because of I already set up everything in your system, right? Installation and all. Now, see what I will do. I'm going to open the command prompt here. Okay, git bash here in Windows. In Windows desktop, I'm opening the command prompt here. Now, what I'm going to create mkdir. Mkdir, maybe first it is a project name. Instead of first, what I will do JMS th20. Okay, JMS th20. I'm going to create a folder name. Folder name is the JMS th20. Okay, then I created the one folder. Now I'm going for inside that folder. JMS 20. Okay, now this is a, if you want clear here. Now where I am in this, Madhu desktop JMS folder. Like any files is there in this file, in this folder? No, right? Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to creating a one file here. This is the file name is the sample.txt. Sample.txt. Now I'm going to open the file here. This is sample file. This is the sample file. Okay, now save the file. Now tell me, this is a git project or not? This is a git project or not? And see here also, what is the, this is a not a git project. This is a only one folder, one file, right? Now what I did here, just I created a one folder in desktop. That is a folder called as JMS th20, right? JMS th20. Now what I did, I went this path, I created a folder and I save the file. That's it. Up to now I have done this here. Okay, up to now I have done this here. Now what I will do now, just this is the right. Next, what I want to, if I want to convert my folder and file into git project, what I will do, let me know guys. What I will do, I need to create a git init. Now if I do git init, it will create a initialize empty git repository. Now it will see master. What is this master? This master is the default branch. We'll discuss the what is the branch concept in the next class. Tomorrow we'll discuss. Okay, now lsfltr a, see that it will create a .git folder here. Okay, .git folder, it will have in the hooks and at repository. There's a lot of folders again inside this. If you want, you can check it here. We'll see the later on. Okay, now what happened, it will create a folder called as git folder. Okay, git folder it create. Next what we'll do, we need to do the git add here. Git add dot means all files. I'm adding the all the files. What are the files I have, I'm adding into the our repository. Okay, this is showing, but because of I'm opening the Linux terminal in Windows system, right, that is showing here. Okay, this is showing here, it's warning file, don't care about this. Okay, in your Linux system it won't come. Okay, now here see my lsfltr, I did the commit, add, right, I add that. Now if you are doing committing here, it will show the, it will ask you that who are you. Okay, who are you, it will ask that. For let me show you the documentation. I will save this document, you can set up. Okay, here I've written the very nice document for this git documentation. The complete git documentation written here. And for example, here if you install, check in the git install or not. If you, which version you need to check, git hyphen version. What is the version I have? You guys set up the 2.22, right? In my system I have the 2.19. Okay, and I have the lot of commands I've written here. You can go through this. Okay, we need to set up that git config hyphen global, user.name, your username and your mail ID you need to set up first. Okay, you are not set up that, it will ask you when you do the commit, that time it will ask that. Or else in this, if you open this file, it will show that whatever I set up, right, it will show this. Okay, now Nano is the editor, and the main home path, it will happening the one file, that is the, when you install the Git, it will create a one file, that is the git config file. It will open, it will show that what are the things I have configured. Here that username I configured the my name is, and mail ID is the my mail ID. Okay, now this is Control X. Yes, okay, clear. This is the what we done. Cat, and check it this again one more time. I did not change anything, right? Okay, it's fine, right? Now what I have been showing, what are the, I set up that my username and my username and my mail ID. This is what we need to set up. We need to enter these two commands at the starting also, or else while committing also, it will suggest you to do these two commands. Okay, right? That's, we need to commit that. It's everything I've written that is even step by step. Okay, how to get the repository, how to get the files and everything. Okay, here everything I've given this. Now once you set up that, here what we will do next, we need to enter the one command called as git commit and -m, and this is the what I did, added a sample file. I given this, I'm applicable this the all. Okay, all files I'm applicable. Okay, now what happened, I added one file change into my repository, local repository. Now what I will do, I'm going to push it here, git push origin is the my remote repository and master. Now it will be throw the one error because of that master does not match any. Okay, push some reference to origin, means that means you need to be set up the, like, sorry, this is spelling mistake. Now it will throw the one error. What is that? Fatal origin does not appear into the git repository. This, what are the origin you are providing, or like this origin, I don't see any origin in your local system. What you will do, this project, when I pushing that, right, I'm telling that where I need to be go my code, right? We need to give the destination, right? If you get the bus and you ask the ticket, where he will give, he won't give, right? Now we need to tell him to where your destination, then only he will give the ticket. Now what we need to do, we need to set up our destination. What is our destination, where this need to be code, this push, and we need to be create a repository over here. Okay, once you log in here, sign in, this is my GitHub. What I will do, I'm going to be creating a new repository. Now creating a new repository now, right? Here what is the name I created, this project folder name, the same folder name I'm going to be create here, JMS TH20, right? JMS TH20 here, right? I copy paste the same folder name, then only we can able to understand the both are same projects. Okay, even the different also it will work, but the code should be the understandable for the two projects. Okay, then try with the different names, because of what is the project and what are the same different project, you can understand the same code. Okay, that's why we are making the both are should be same, right? Don't make it anything here, and create a repository now. Create a repository now. Okay, it will create a one empty repository for you. Okay, now what we do, we need to set up the destination. This is a git remote add origin, we need to be add it here. Copy this URL and see, this is the command I've written here as well. Okay, when I am trying to push here, it will throw the one error. That what we need to, we need to add the git remote add origin, and this URL is what, whatever I created the project, right? It will give that one URL. This is the URL. Okay, git remote add origin, this URL. just copy this URL and then just add into here. And remember one thing, your remote add origin setup or not, git remote -v, we can check it here, because of I don't have a as of now anything, right? Now after set up this remote add origin URL, it will be adding one URL for you. Now check the same command again, but it will showing that where you want to fetch, where you want to push code, it will set up the my URL. What happened? I set up the my destination now. What happened if I'm trying to push the code? It will push the my remote repository now. Yes, it will ask the username password for you, and for me it won't ask, but why I will tell you the later on. Okay, I set up the SSH authentication. Okay, passwordless authentication I set up here. My GitHub to my local system, right? It will ask the for you here username and password for which one? GitHub username password. Once you have created right GitHub, it will ask that username password. Or now what we'll do, we can refresh this now. Once you are pushed successfully message here, once you are successfully this total what are the branch, it is master branch, it is pushed. Now just we need to go for and refresh our pages now. This is a sample.txt file just we created in local and we got into the my GitHub now. Now anyone can download this project and anyone can be work on this same, right? This is what today class I'm done. Next what we'll do tomorrow, what is branch, what I will do again, creating project. For example, it's already project there in the office, how to work on that project we'll discuss on the more in the tomorrow class. Okay, it is already, this is a new project we created. For example, if you go for office, what will happen if they already have the some git projects, right? How to work on that git project we'll work on the tomorrow on this. Okay, clear guys? Any questions now?